Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 9 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. It's a TGIF, folks. Let's make it a great one. Let's take a look at one of our 4 agreements. To master love, you have to practice love. The art of relationship is a whole mastery, and the only way to reach mastery is with practice. To master a relationship is therefore about action. It is not about attaining knowledge. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow Industrials up 49, NASDAQ down 10, S&P's up 6. Gold contract down $5.90, trading at $1,325 an ounce. Silver off 15 cents at $21.16 an ounce. Platinum down $6 at $1,446 an ounce. Copper flat at $3.23 a pound. Light sweet crude flat at 102.46. $10-year bond down 6 ticks at 126.03. 30-year bond off 2 ticks at 134.19. You get King Dollar down 496 ticks, trading out at 79.81. The euro is up 90 at 138, and the yen is at 101.81. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world? In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? Okay, it's a trip, folks. There's no two ways about it. Volatility, we got it in spades. So, if I start with the future, this is what you have inside the futures right now, because we're still moving around. So, the E-minis went from a high of 1866, smoked down to 1845 and came all the way back, and right now we're at 1859.50, which gets you a new high. That's the bottom line. You got a doji up there, but guess what? You have a new high. That's saying that today's high can get tested again, which is the 1866. Intraday here, if you were in front of a machine intraday, it was about as good as you can get volatility-wise. What you had is that you were making new highs in this E-mini with absolutely no juice, and then all of a sudden at 140, you went from a price point of, you went down 20 S&P points in about a heartbeat. You did a counter-trend bounce, and the counter-trend bounce is not bad. We go over to the NASDAQ. We take a look at the composite first. What the composite has done is this. Same type of setup inside the composite. The composite closed at, well, it's not closed yet. You get 50, well, it's closed. You get 15 minutes, actually. We're 43.08. Now, 43.08 basically is a failure. You got over the highs yesterday. We're underneath it right now. If it stays underneath it, that's a failure. Dow Industrials, what the Dow has done, the Dow has only stayed at ice. That's all it's managed to do. The top of ice, actually, in the Dow is the 16,372. It got to 16,398, and it failed. Now, let's get to that bond market, because the bonds are the ones that were screaming that, guess what, something was going to basically go downtown, meaning the S&Ps are going to go downtown. Well, sure enough, the bond market had it right. When you see this TYH4, we do the 10-year first, and what you're going to see in the 10-year is that we got to a low today of 125.24. We're at 126.03. We did, on the 10-year, is that really right? This is, no, okay, I see what's going on here. We're rolling, right, we're rolling. Okay, so we are at the 126.03. This is building cause to jump over this October 30th level, which is the 126.25 level. The 30-year bond, we're already over it. What we did with the 30-year bond, bottom line is that she's launched that number. That number on the 30-year is 134.08. That's saying that that 30-year wants to get up into 141. Big number. No two ways about that. We go to the gold contract. What we have with gold out here is that she come down today, nothing heavy, $6. You know, we'll see. We're at 1325. We'll see how she makes her way into this 1307.10 level. King dollar. Now, what was really, there was divergence out here, and it was huge divergence. And what it was, folks, is that King dollar got croaked out here today. It was down 500, closed down 500 ticks. Now, it's 29,990 contracts going against 35,000. We didn't get to the low of December 18th, but it's going to spike it. That low is 79.50. We got to 79.70. Let's go to Dave in Clearwater. Hey, Dave, what's going on?
Tom, I was walking out of one of my accounts today, man. I hopped in my car. I was looking at the screen, and I thought to myself, I wonder if Tom is short in the NQs, man, around noon.
No, I'm shot. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it set off a signal, man, because the thing is, I was looking this morning, you know, intraday, because I'm looking at the, you know, the 10 minutes as well as the dailies, and I was thinking to myself, and this is kind of going to be kind of a wild ride, because in the beginning, especially on the 10-year, I mean, there was a sell-off this morning, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, it's going to be a decent little spike up, maybe, you know, finish out an intraday ABCD pattern from yesterday, and then I was thinking to myself, but there's no juice behind it, so I was, you know.
Well, the cool thing, Dave, is that, you know, on Fridays I do that program in the morning, 10 to 11. So that made it even sweeter, actually.
Oh, yeah, it was nuts, Tom. It was absolutely nuts. And I was thinking to myself, all right, because I had, you know, basically putting on a call spread on the SPY, because I've been hitting the SPYs pretty hard.
Yes.
And then, you know, I take profit. I'm looking at it right on the 10-minute, you know, and I'm like, it's like, this thing is going nowhere. It's going nowhere. And then, boom, I don't have the screen in front of me. I forgot exactly what time it was. We got bearish engulfing. And the next thing you know, the bonds start moving north again. I'm like, all right, it's time to short, right? So I put on just nothing major, but, you know, I basically bought, because today is the expiration day for the weekly, so, I buy, instead of going the put spread, I just buy a put option.
Okay.
Small one, though, not a, you know, about 10 contracts on the 185, and then it just starts moving down. It starts moving down, and about, like, I think it was around 130, 140, 145. Some institutional seller just starts coming in, just starts tanking. Like, I couldn't believe my luck.
No,
like,
listen, folks. If you were in front of a screen, believe me, I don't think any of us actually believed it, because what happened, folks, the move was a violent move, and it was very fast. That's the bottom line. So
absolutely.
And now the counter trend bounce, though. You know, and guess what? You know, the bulls and bears are fighting like big time out here, folks, because the counter trend bounce on this is just as intense. You know. Yeah.
No doubt, especially towards in the end. I mean, there's a.
That's right. Listen, man. They do not want this. They got another minute right now. They want this as positive as they can get, man, and they're pushing it. You know, you got the S&Ps, folks. The E-minis. We were at. They've pushed it. They managed to get it up 15 more points. You know, I mean, the battles, there's no doubt that the NDX 100 is the weakest. You know, that was selling off before the downdraft came inside the S&Ps. And if you listen to it was hilarious, folks. If you do listen to the Financial Press was saying that it's the end of the month, and that's why they like to sell. Well, folks, it's just the opposite. Window dressing is they want to be buying. They don't sell.
Yeah, isn't it? I mean, typically it's the other way around. They want it to close out because they're going to mark the market on today for the month.
No, exactly.
You know, and have themselves. Let me ask you something, Tom. From a technical standpoint, because the counter trend bounced in the last, you know, half hour of not on the futures but on the cash S&P, does that count as a key reversal day in your mind? Well,
to me it is. Yeah. I mean, you know,
even though the fact that it bounced back so heavy and
yeah, I would do a different definition on that. Okay, this to me, this is the type of topping action period. You know, that's the violent, fast moves, and you've heard this before, folks. In bull markets, all the surprises come to the upside. In bear markets, the surprises come to the downside. And let me tell you something. You know, even being, you know, a bear, that violent move, man, intraday is a heavy deal, man. Now, you know, we'll see how it shakes out. But there's no doubt that's a violent move, very fast, very furious. And you can go look and see, okay, is anything out there? Folks, there was nothing out there. You know, they blame it on Russia going into Kyiv or something, but that hasn't happened. So that, you know, there's all, what is, you know, it's a mind blower, Dave, and folks, there's always seems to be something that they'll grab onto. But, you know, the fact of the matter is there's no buyers at highs, and there's distribution at highs. Have a great one, man. Have a safe one.
Thanks, Tom. Have a great weekend.
You stay right there. I'm Mr. Dave White, our technology expert at TFNN. Coming right back with us. We had the Dow finish up 49, NASDAQ down 10, S&P's off, where is she? Yes, S&P's are up $6, gold down 5. We're going to be right back.